Hello friends, welcome to the lecture number 3 in engineering drawing, that is line types used in engineering drawing. In today's lecture we will focus on different line types which are used in engineering drawing. The most commonly used lines in engineering drawing are, as you can see below, they are the continuous thick line, continuous thin line, you have continuous thin freehand line, you have continuous thin zigzag line, you have a dashed line and a chain line. So in this video we will see what are the different applications of these line types. So let us focus on the first line, that is continuous thick line. So the general application of this continuous thick line is used to draw visible outlines and visible edges. So visible edges are those edges in the solids. Once it is oriented, the edges which are visible to you, we call them as visible edges. We will see more about this visible edges when we take up the lecture on projection of solids. Apart from solids, this thick line is also used to draw the final orientation of planes. So this again we will see in the lecture on projection of planes. Apart from solids and planes, this continuous thick line is also used to draw the final apparent front view and apparent top view in projections of straight line. Again, when we take the lecture on projection of straight lines, we will be seeing the application of this continuous thick line. Next, we have the continuous thin line. This continuous thin line is very widely used in our engineering drawing. So the very first most application of this continuous thin line is to draw the projection lines. So when we take up the next lectures on the projections, so I explain you how this continuous thin line is used to draw the projection lines. It is also used to draw imaginary lines of intersection. That is, say for example, you want to locate the center of a pentagon. We know the pentagon is made up of 5 sides. You can say take a regular pentagon. So all the 5 sides will be equal. It also has 5 corners. And one speciality of pentagon is that there is always a side opposite to its corner or a vertex. So to obtain this center of this pentagon, what is done is a straight line is drawn from any of the vertex of this pentagon to the midpoint of its opposite side. Another second line is drawn by taking either an alternate corner of the pentagon or the very adjacent corner of the pentagon, but the straight line is drawn again to the opposite side of that corner, again by a straight line. So wherever these two straight lines intersect, we get the center of that pentagon. To obtain this center, we have now drawn 2 imaginary lines, and these imaginary lines are to be drawn using continuous thin line. So we will see more about how this continuous thin line is used to obtain the imaginary lines of intersection when we start with the projection of planes. Coming to the third line type, that is continuous thin freehand line. So we will be seeing continuous thin freehand line, and also we have continuous thin zigzag line. So continuous thin freehand and continuous thin zigzag lines, they are used as the limits of partial or interrupted views and sections. So what does this mean? So here I have an example to show it to you. So you can see I have taken a plate or a rectangle whose length this is the breadth whose length is greater than the breadth, but we are focusing in this particular area or the region of this rectangle, and we are not bothered about where this rectangle ends, either in left or in right. So we take these as the continuous freehand lines to denote such type of rectangle. Next, the continuous thin straight lines are used over here. Again, when the length is very large compared to its breadth, but you are mostly concerned about these end regions of this rectangular plate and not about the center, so we take a continuous thin zigzag line. So you got the difference between the two. The continuous thin freehand is used to denote the breadth when the length is very much greater compared to the breadth of the rectangle, and you are focusing mainly in the central region of this rectangular plate and you are not concerned about the end of this plate. We make use of continuous freehand lines to denote the breadth of that rectangle. When again here also, when the length of the rectangle is very greater than the breadth, but you are concerned about the ends of this rectangle and not what is happening in the center, we denote it using a continuous zigzag line. So these are the two applications of using a continuous freehand line and a continuous zigzag line. So coming to the next line type, that is the dashed line. So this is also, again here we have two types of lines. One is dashed thick line and dashed thin lines. So dashed lines are basically used to denote the hidden edges, and this is especially in case of solids. So when there is an orientation of the solids, the outer edges of the solids are visible, whereas some edges of the solid go behind the solid and hence they remain invisible. So they are denoted as the dashed line. So in the final orientation, that is the final stage of drawing your solids, you show this hidden edges using a dashed thick line, whereas the hidden edges in the intermediate stages when you are drawing the projection of solids, we make use of dashed thin line. And coming to the last line type which is commonly used in engineering drawing is the chain thin line, or it is also called as chain line, and this line is used to denote the axis of the solid. Also it is used to denote the center line, lines of symmetry, trajectory or locus line or path line. So this locus line we will be making use in the projection of straight lines. The axis and the center line we will be making use in the projection of solids. Apart from these important line types which you can see on the screen here, that is continuous thick line, continuous thin line, continuous thin freehand, continuous thin zigzag, dashed line and chain line, we have other lines types like chain thin and thick at ends and changes of direction. So this line type is widely used when you are doing the most complex engineering drawings, that is when engineering drawings are related to industry drawings where you need to denote the sections and all, and in such cases you make use of this type of line. You also have the chain thick line, like how I have shown this chain thin line. There is a chain thick line that indicates lines or surfaces to which special requirement applies. So these are advanced applications. You also have chain thin double dashed. So these are used to draw adjacent parts outlines. then alternative and extreme positions of movable parts, centroidal lines, initial outlines prior to forming, parts situated in front of the cutting plane. So these are all advanced applications of the line types. So in our engineering drawing, we'll mainly focus on the continuous thick line, continuous thin line, continuous thin freehand and zigzag. These are little bit rare cases. We will be also focusing on dashed line and chain line. So the important lines are the continuous thick line, continuous thin line, the dashed line and chain line. So these 4 line types we will be focusing, and I request you all to remember the applications of this line types as we will be widely using in our forthcoming lectures. So thank you friends for patiently listening to this video. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe to this channel, Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. Thank you. Have a good day.